Hello students, welcome to our first week of Action English. My name is Stephen Hoag, Professor Hoag, or Stephen, or teacher, whatever you want to call. I'll be going through this semester with you. This is again an online semester due to COVID. So I will be teaching you through the internet. Most of the time, I'm not sure if we'll actually get to meet in person, but I'm going to try my best to keep you informed, help you with your studies and communication well as best as we can for this semester. Let me just switch here to another screen. Okay, so week one, make sure first of all that you are in the correct class. I have Action English 11 and Action English 12. 11 is Mondays and Thursdays, and 12 is also Mondays and Thursdays, probably starting around 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So you're probably in that class. If you're not, this is the wrong class. But if you are, this is the first introduction just to the class, and it is shopping week, so you're able to change classes if you have a class conflict, if you have a problem with your schedule, or if you would prefer a different teacher, or if you want to be in a class with your friends, etc. You can still do that without penalty. So there's no assignment today. I'm just going to go through what you need to know for the first week and how to sign up for your class and your books. So let's start with that. I have posted some information with the CBNU portal, the Junbook website, but we have a lot of other teachers that are part of the General English Language Teaching Program, so they have perhaps different books, different specific materials and instructions. I'm going to try to specify what I need from you today. Okay, first of all, generally we have two separate books for two separate skills in English, but we spend a lot of time with our main textbook, which is our startup. This is our consistently everyday textbook, our main textbook, okay, for learning. And we also have a listening section, which is our listening practice, for our listening laboratory, which is also normally devoted to 1 hour a week in class, but you can definitely spend more than that at home for both the textbooks. I'm going to go through this pretty fast, so let's talk about those textbooks in a second. But basically, although we're going to concentrate on your oral English, we're also going to integrate all the other skills for learning English throughout the course. If you've already reached this point, you should know your Edmodo class code. Just make sure that you have both your student name and your student number correctly shown as your student ID. When you're registering, you can also, if you're not sure if your ID is correct, you can check with account settings. Now, here are the textbooks, which I showed you earlier. You need Startup 2, and the fact is you need the new version so that you can get the code inside the book, because the code is only good for 100 days. So if you have an old textbook from, that you bought online or something, it's not going to give you online workbook access. However, the listening practice, I don't care if you have an old textbook or not, but it's necessary. Make sure you have both the books included. One is the listening practice questions, the other one is the translations and Korean help, I guess, if you're Korean. It's got Korean translations, but also the answers. After that, you can activate your online workbooks. Okay, for Startup 2, follow the instructions on the inside of the cover. Okay. It will guide you to the portal where you can register your book with your specific code. If you want to download all the audio tracks for your listening practice, you can. You should actually just download them very quickly from ybmbooks.com. Just go to the MP3 tab and search for listening practice B1, and you'll be able to download all the tracks either together or separately. It's up to you how you prefer to study, but that will be for your own self-study. So I would suggest you do that as quickly as possible. Okay, we're going to have a Zoom meeting more than once, every week in fact, and I will be giving you attendance points for that, as well as textbook, lecture with the answers, and we can also have a Q&A, questions and answers, for anything that you're considering about questions or answers. Just a moment. Sorry about that. These meetings will take place every week, recurring, so same time during our normal times. You're going to have a schedule sent to you through Edmodo fairly shortly, and I wouldn't have to worry about it this week. We don't have any assignments this week, okay? But soon enough. Okay, we're going to have these Zoom meetings are going to need specific etiquette, which you probably already understand. Sorry about that again. Um, Basically, there are some Zoom rules I can go over now. I'll try to be more specific in the future before we start our Zoom meetings. But you should basically be thinking about a safe place to take off your mask so that you can speak out loud and everyone can understand you and hear you, and you can work on your pronunciation. So public places are probably off the chart for that, especially because they have background noise. Okay, so coffee shops or Mum's Touch or Nori Bong, anything like that, PC Bong, not okay because they're too loud and they're not safe to take off your mask. If you're living at home with your parents, just find a room that's fairly quiet, or if you're in a dormitory, hopefully your roommate, if you have one, can understand that you're in the middle of a session, so you can be a bit safer and the background noise is quiet. Please be on time. I will be studying the Zoom sessions after the fact to see how many minutes that you have spent in the Zoom session. It's very easy for me to take attendance and see how long you have spent with the group. During the Zoom sessions, you should also not be sleeping or eating. Eating is kind of distractive to others. Turn off your cell phone so that there's no ringing or other distractions during the lecture. And in fact, you should make some good habits early. So for our Zoom, possibly our Zoom tests, you are able to have a considerable amount of expectancy or a good score. Okay, you need to have the right environment. So just be respectful to other students, okay, for those reasons, and your teacher, please. You are totally able to ask questions in Zoom by raising your hand. I will see those students who have raised their hands, and if you have a question, that's probably what other students are thinking as well. So it's definitely worth it to ask it in real time. You can also shoot me a message during our Zoom meetings, but I would say raising your hand would be very simple because it also shows me that you're actively engaged and listening to the Zoom lecture. And if you do have a question or comment, it's probably what other students are thinking about as well. So definitely, it's not an interruption. It's not an interruption to ask a question during our Zoom lectures. Okay, so consider that. Our class calendar includes, as I said, includes video lectures, possibly Zoom every week, at least once, but we will have lots of time to finish assignments. I'm gonna try to give you guys lots and lots of time because there is so much self-study, um, to contact me or to figure things out for yourself. Alright? But you need to submit the assignments on time. Okay? Through Edmodo. And there will be a due date for each assignment. And like I said, you will be given enough time to finish it. Hopefully more than enough time. However, two things I want to point out. There are some holidays coming up. So we have some makeup days. I'm going to talk to you a bit more about that, and we'll probably take a vote if it's possible to think about those considerations. But July, possibly June, is our final exams. So it's not a long course, right? But you have to work hard in the meantime. Our assessment will be mostly based on a main text, okay? And I'll be giving you at least 40% for your final exam. Not sure about the midterm right now. We might skip the midterm, but we'll be doing something for it, and that would be part of your participation points. Homework is a big part of our participation. Attendance, 10%, but possibly the most important, because if you miss attendance, 25%. If you miss more than that, you fail the class. So you have to make sure that you're attending all of our lectures and Zoom meetings. The listening lab, it's only 15%, but that usually tips the scales between A and B scores. Okay, so be careful that you study that book as well. If you have any questions, you can obviously email me. I would prefer that you contact me through Edmodo, because it'll be much quicker for me to answer your questions. It's kind of like Facebook. I can see when the messages pop up, and I can answer as soon as possible. You can also contact me on my office phone, 043-249-1723. But I'm not here all the time, and it's perhaps easier for you to write your questions or your comments. Correct? So anyway, you can contact me anytime, but I do have 5 classes. I've got 500 students a week. It's difficult for me to contact you back immediately, but I'll try my best. Alright. In the meantime, this week, as I said, is shopping week. You can still change classes if you'd like, due to your schedules or any conflicts. But if you stay with me throughout the next 2 weeks, I will give you a lot more information. So please check Edmodo once you've signed up. Please check it every day. It just takes 10 seconds to see if there's any new information. Okay, and I will send you messages every week about upcoming and incoming assignments. Alright guys, so have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.